Okay, let's begin. So let's start with Sumant. Guys, it's been more than 1.5 year since we started this alumni meet, and the last 1.5 years, not even a single week, we have missed the alumni meet. We're very happy to see that we have finished almost more than 1.5 years, and regularly these alumni meets are being conducted, and this was actually an idea given by a student to me. I never had this in my mind that we should have interactions with the place students. So it was one of the student who came to me and said, "So why don't you make us interact with the place students and we can gather the questions from them?" And that's how I got an idea that okay, that's a good idea and let's start doing this. And since then, what I could see when we created these interactions, the students who were studying here, they started having a lot of clarity. What questions to study, what they're asking in interview. Okay, so these all things started getting more and more clear. And that's where we started seeing the results started improving. Step by step, we could see that more and more number of people started getting placed in a very quick manner. Back to Sumant. Sumant, let's start with your introduction, your qualification, year of pass out, percentage. You are an online or offline attendee. Which all companies have you got placed in? Your highest, lowest packages, and then we'll start with interview questions. Okay, so I will sit down now. Only you're going to talk. Okay.
Sir, good morning, sir. First of all, I would like to thank you, sir. Today I'm here attending for interview, like an Alumni Meet is all because of you, sir. And I got I completed my Bachelor of Engineering in Visvesvaraya University under the Computer Science background with the 7.2 CGPA. I got and I was placed for. I am actually December 15th batch, and I got placed for 3 companies, and I have attended only 5 interviews, in which the companies are like Infosys, SCL, and Newgen, sir. I think I wish to go for Newgen. I also got appointment letter from Newgen, sir. And my highest package is 6.5, sir. It is from Newgen, and lowest package is 5.5. That is from SCL, sir. And I am getting joining bonus of 80k from Infosys, sir. And this is my results of this company, company results. And the question which I encountered in the interview, sir, in they actually complete interviews taking place for 45 to 1.5 hours, and in which I encountered in Newgen, sir, interviews they are in core Java. They asked Java 8 features. This is more important, which I feel. And what are the new features they can ask, what are the new features you can they started in Java 8, sir, and what are the main pillars of hooks concepts, and if you, and they will ask if you tell inheritance and overriding and overloading, sir. They could have asked can you give any real-time examples for overriding, sir? And it is very mandatory to just don't tell what sir have told in class, sir. Like examples which I have told by you, sir, and they could have like how can you avoid overriding and overloading, sir? By like which is the keyword you will use to like overriding, avoid overloading and overloading, and they are like next part they can ask like can just the difference between abstract class and abstract method and interface method, sir. This is very important interview question, sir. They'll ask I like almost I got from 3 companies, sir, this abstract method and in difference between abstract and interface method, sir. And they will like ask about the keys, keywords like this keyword and final keyword like this super keyword, and they directly they are not going to ask like can please tell me about this keyword, so just they'll ask like how you'll call constructors from one constructor to another constructor, like we should tell the concept of this keywords at that time, like this the way they'll ask that, like they'll do tricky measures, sir. And coming to next question, they'll ask like like one constructor to types of inheritance, they'll ask, sir, types of inheritance, and like why Java is platform independent, they'll ask. And in HCL question, HCL, the important question they asked me is why string is like immutable, and how can you make that as mutable, sir? And the string buffer and string builder question they have asked, sir. And can and exception is very much important, sir. And exceptions like runtime and hello.
No, no, please go ahead, please go ahead. And Suman, just bit slower. People are
Yeah,
actually asking that, give us the questions little slowly, because many students, they
yeah,
don't
okay.
know the syllabus. See, the point is, student who has finished core Java, they can understand you quickly. But some students have just joined 4 or 5 days back, and they would not
Oh,
know.
okay, sir.
Uh,
Yeah, okay. Sir. And when coming to polymorphism, no, sir, they'll ask like overriding which time it will come, like runtime polymorphism or compile time polymorphism. They'll ask like these things, sir. And when it comes to exception, no, sir, like when like they'll ask what do you mean by exception, like throw and error. They will ask difference between like just only one. Definition is enough, sir, and no need to tell the complete. You should tell complete answers. Like if you give around 70% also, it will be enough, sir. Actually, I have attended like almost I have seen 10 to 15 interviews which were my friends were giving, and it is enough to like answer 70%. If you don't know, you can tell like I'll go through the, sir. If interview is good, they'll explain there only, sir, or else they will leave, sir. Just okay. And design patterns, sir, and these are the important questions in core Java, sir, which I have seen. And when it comes to like coding part, that coding part, they'll ask like a reverse string, and can you just eliminate the duplicate element from the given string, sir? They will only give the string, and these are 3 questions I have got in interviews, sir. And when it comes to the advanced Java, sir, they'll ask how do you connect database, sir, from using Java connection part. You have given the code, sir. In class you have taught us, sir. And like when it and one interview I got whether Spring Boot and Hibernate is framework or applications, they will ask, like this whether it is framework or application, they'll ask that, sir. And JSP, why is JSP used, and JSP tags, sir, what are the tags we have used in JSP, sir. And architecture, when it comes to architecture part, is MVC architecture, and like servlet life cycle, sir. And they'll ask which architecture you have used in your project, and we should tell that, sir. And when and your project flow, how it will flow, like a view page controller, a project like what is your project flow. And they'll ask about annotations. So in annotations mainly we'll see that at the rate of controller and at the rate of rest controller, this is the main questions they'll ask, where we used and
okay,
what is the usage of
right.
rest
So
controllers.
I will repeat some of the questions what Sumant has mentioned. One, he was telling interfaces and abstract. The differences between them is very important. He said in many interviews he got questions on this topic. Then he was also telling that how do you call one constructor from another constructor, and he said that okay, you have to use this keyword for that. Fine. And oops concept, Sumant, uh, Was that very
Yes, sir.
important?
Yeah, sir. Hoops concept main pillars of hoops. They last like this, and
Okay,
they if you give now hoops concept in that inheritance, they last yeah, real time example. Give some real time examples, sir.
okay. So, OOPs, pillars of OOPs, inheritance, polymorphism,
Polymorphism. Abstract.
abstraction,
Yes.
encapsulation. So, also practical examples on this, not just definition, right? Collection, what all concepts we should focus on, Suman?
Sir, collections, they didn't come across like more questions that we are not faced in collections, sir. And in that part, they'll give like a string eight collections, they merge together and they'll ask coding parts, reverse the string, eliminate
Okay,
duplicate. These questions will come under like logical reasoning
reverse
questions will
a
come.
given string. That is one question. What duplicate, Suman? Can you tell us once again?
So duplicate eliminate, eliminating the duplicate.
In string, is it?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. Removing duplicate words in a given string, correct? If
Yeah,
I tell
or number
uh,
LB.
say Suman is a developer, he joined Infosys as a developer. So developer duplicate word needs to be removed, correct?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, yeah, sir.
Okay, right. Then he said the next thing they asked him questions about how to connect to the database. So Suman, connecting to the database using JDBC concept or
Yeah, sir.
application dot
JDBC
properties
concept,
file.
sir. JDBC
JDBC
concept,
concept.
sir.
Okay, okay, okay. That is yet another. You're telling about something design pattern.
Yeah, sir. Singleton design pattern they asked, sir.
Okay, singleton design pattern.
Design.
That is important. Anything on
Yeah, sir.
MVC
That is
architecture?
MVC architecture. When it comes to project, no, sir. Which is the architecture you use? They'll ask, sir. Like MVC, we have you thought MVC
Okay.
architecture?
Okay. So in your project, what is the architecture type you have used? It's MVC. Then
Yeah.
he started telling us
And
about
and the string builder and string buffer. A difference between this is important, sir.
okay, string buffer, string builder differences. That's again something important. Anything else in core Java you feel our students should focus on?
Sir, in core Java, sir, they'll don't directly ask, sir, how you can avoid overriding and overloading, sir.
Okay.
How to avoid overloading it by
So
using
guys,
this
tell me
key,
this. How do you avoid overriding? Come on, May 24th batch student. If you are here, you tell me. May 24th batch student. If you are here, tell me. How do you avoid overriding?
by
During
making
interface?
methods,
Yes. Excellent,
by
Swapnil.
making
Right?
methods,
Correct. Okay. So use final keyword and you avoid
final
overriding.
keyword,
Good.
and
Okay.
private we can use, no, sir.
Huh. Yes. That is yet another thing. Sumant, excellent. Right? See, you make it private, still you cannot override it. Right? So there are two
Yes.
options. One is final, the other one is you make it private. Very good. Okay.
This was the question
Uh,
asked from HCL company, sir.
okay.
After telling this answer for this question, they told directly we can meet in our office. They told, sir. This
Right.
was the
Even
last.
I was impressed actually, uh, after listening to this because you had that clarity of private keyword and final keyword pretty well. So let them quiz the question. What's there? So if we
Yes.
just apply
No
our
issues.
mind, answers is there, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's move ahead with Spring Boot. Okay. So Spring Boot, Sumant was telling annotations are important, guys.
And
Yeah. What all annotations, Sumant? Tell us one by one.
so annotations mainly they ask difference between at the rate of REST controller and controller, sir. For
Okay.
to define a controller layer, we use at the rate of controller, sir. And when it comes to the web server, sir, we use REST controller, sir. And
Right.
this
So
is main.
they have asked him tell me the difference between REST controller and controller. Okay, I think uh, March batch, which is still undergoing the class year, 22nd March batch. Okay, web services and controller layer. Okay, you should be able to answer. Next.
And when it comes at the rate of auto wiring.
Yes. At the
Yeah,
rate auto wired, which is dependency injection. Then
dependency injection and Spring IOC.
Spring IOC, very important.
IOC. Yeah, yeah, sir.
Uh,
This is only a question they ask mainly.
correct.
Spring IOC and to perform at the rate of auto wiring, sir, dependency injection which we use like Spring IOC only we will use also. It
Uh,
contains some algorithms and this question we need to answer like
okay.
this.
Then
Then we have used and Spring Boot and the Spring difference between sir.
okay, Spring Boot and Spring differences between them.
Different, yeah,
Correct. So
differences
what is the
between them.
difference? Feb
Yeah,
16 batch. What is the difference if you're attending? Can you tell me what is the difference between Spring and Spring Boot? Spring is older version. Then after that we got Spring Boot, and there are many differences in fact in it, isn't it? Okay. Next, project work. Any project related questions?
no, sir. Like project flow they last sir, and when we tell like we have used in entity class with the annotation we have used, and where we have used overriding in your project, like
Okay.
this question. They will
Technical flow of the project, which starts from view to controller, controller to
from the
services layer,
services
services
and the
layer
project.
to repository layer, repository to database, and vice versa.
Vice
Okay.
versa.
Then now, any question related to Spring security did you get, Suman?
No, sir. Actually, we have studied that, sir, but we didn't get any questions regarding Spring security, sir.
Did not ask at
And
all. Anything related to
and
Spring?
and they'll ask which web service you have used in your project, sir. We have used JSON RESTful now, sir.
Correct.
We need to
Excellent.
tell them.
So listen to this. Which web services you have used in your project? He said, what is the answer, Suman?
JSON, sir, RESTful we have used.
Yeah. JSON RESTful services, because you're using JSON object to exchange the data between. Okay. Right. Any
And
question
also,
related to
sir, also we have mentioned Postman in our resume, now, sir. Like they'll ask where did you use like a Postman for what purpose you have used Postman. They'll ask, sir. Like we have to tell like CURD doing CURD operations like creation and like deletion. For that part, we have used CURD operation in Postman. In for it, we need to tell like
okay. Right. So Postman, yet another thing which we use it for web service testing. They've asked question. Anything related to Stream API? Java question.
the Stream API, sir. Like some, I didn't get any questions, sir. Actually, from Stream API. If they ask the actual Stream where we have used Stream API, you can tell like we have used for third party like development, sir. Like email, Gmail creation of email also in our project.
Okay. So next, what I want to ask, I think he has mentioned all the questions, very clearly.
Yeah,
In Java, did they ask you comparable versus comparator? Comparable versus comparator?
sir. My friend got asked this question, sir. I didn't get asked this question, but my
Okay.
friends got this
You
question.
were telling
Like
something,
so
Suman.
many,
Yeah, please
and
go ahead.
with and after completing this, sir, and they'll ask about SQL, sir, mainly. Like depend upon the role which you are giving the interview, sir. Like what is the role you are giving interview? Like if like Newgen want any say any candidate from like to develop SQL, sir, they'll ask like joins, sir. Mainly joins are important, sir, in SQL and
Okay.
scenario based questions, sir. Like
Ah,
select this employee from which the code you use, sir. They'll ask and the difference between foreign key and the primary key, sir. And the difference between truncate and delete is important, sir. It's only three
Truncate
major
and
questions, sir.
delete. Yeah.
Delete.
So what is the difference with truncate and drop or truncate and delete?
Delete, sir. Truncate and
Okay.
delete.
Truncate and delete. So what is the difference? If you truncate a table, what happens?
Sir, like
All
we
the data from the table is gone. But a delete can delete a particular
particular
row.
date.
Correct? A particular row you can delete it. Okay. So we think now interacting with Sumant. Sumant, from which place you are?
Sir, I am from Chikmagalur, sir.
Oh, you're from Chikmagalur. So
Yes,
I
sir.
see there is a India map at the back of. So what
Sir.
is
Actually, I
that
was
for?
sir. Actually, I was preparing for UPSC, sir.
I
I
thought
got to
that
know
actually.
this. Yes, I was preparing for UPSC, and my friend Sharat told me that once you try this institution, you can they are doing basic very well, and their package is also very well, sir. And we have seen so much of actually we see so much of so many institutions, sir. And finally, we joined for PSM, and after that, he suggested me to come to this institution.
Right. So I was just looking at the map, and that's what was going on in my mind. Was this student preparing for UPSC? Because this sort of a setup in the room we see when people are preparing for such competitive exams. Very happy to see you on my show, Suman. Thank you so much, and we
Thanks,
wish
sir.
you all the best. Keep growing, keep learning, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay, Suman.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Suman. Okay, so take care.
Thank you,
Huh?
sir.
God bless you. Yeah. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Okay, next candidate letters invite. We have Pravesh. Very good afternoon, Pravesh. Very good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, so Pravesh is here. Let's add a pin. How are you, Pravesh? Wow. Now, yeah, I can see the student. I'm more happy to see him on camera actually. Right.
Good
So
afternoon,
let's
sir.
start with the introduction. Pravesh, what's your qualification, year of pass out, percentage, uh, which all companies have you got placed in, highest, lowest package, and let us explore the interview questions. So we are going to have a detailed interview with Pravesh. I will keep asking a lot of questions in between so that we have better understanding about the syllabus to target for the placements. Okay, let's start,
Okay, sir.
Pravesh.
Okay, first of all, thank you, sir. Because of you, I got a job. And hello, everyone. My name is Pravesh Verma, and I am from 15 December batch. And I got placed in 5 to 6 company that are Infosys, Bosch, HCL, Newgen, Connect2 Digital, and one more company I don't know. And my highest package are 6.5 LPA from HCL, and my lowest package for Connect2 Digital 4 LPA, and I joined Newgen as 5 LPA. And basically, sir, I am from Kota, Rajasthan, and I am from online batch, and I get to know Pankaj sir Academy from Shahi blog. And yeah, sir, and apart from question, I asked mainly that Java Ops concept and where you used the Java concept in our project, the difference between the multi method overloading and method overriding, the static and non-static block variables and static block, static methods, non-static methods, exception, how to handle exception, how to throw the custom exception, what are the main methods, different between the final, finally, and finalize. String, why string are immutable, difference between the string builder and string buffer, form validation, where we use the regular expression, and how to form validation using HTML, and what is multi-threading, and advanced Java, like why Java is platform independent, and what is circuit breaker, what are design pattern we follow in the project, and collection part is basically, sir, they were asked that mainly differences. What are the difference between the array list, linked list, the hash map difference, what are hashing has a difference, and they also ask like what are the internal working of the hash map has said, what the difference between the iterator and list iterator, and how many ways we can iterate the list, and using Stream API, where the what are the method of Stream API for filtering the records and getting the records. And in advanced Java, sir, they have asked like what are servlets, what are request dispatcher, what are do post, do get methods, what are Spring Boot annotations, Spring IC, what are Spring actuator. Yes,
Right. So let me ask more questions to Pravesh. In core Java,
yes, sir.
comparable comparator. Did you encounter that question? Difference between them?
Yes, sir. In HCL interview, they will ask comparator and comparator.
Did they ask you how do you sort an object based on ID or name or address?
Yes, sir. With the help of Stream API, the filter method we basically
Correct. Or you can use a comparator,
comparator also.
comparable
Yes.
interface as well. Okay. Uh, any concepts related to threads, Pravesh?
Threads are no. Basically, they were asked what are the difference between the multi-threading and multiple threading, and what are the method, the sleep and thread joint method. Yes, sir.
Anything thread life cycle,
No, sir.
synchronization?
No, sir.
No. Okay, done. Then any questions on file handling?
File handling, yes, sir. How you read a file and how to create a file. Basically,
Okay,
using buffered reader, buffered writer. How can you in
okay.
yes.
So file handling, he got buffered reader, buffered
Mm,
writer. How do you
mm,
create a file,
yes, sir.
etc., etc. Exceptions, you said they asked you questions. Can we get
Yes,
into
sir. Yeah.
more depth of it? What questions do you remember they asked?
Yeah, sir. Basically, exception are how many types of exception you encounter during your making the project. Like what are difference between runtime exception and like you can say file
Compile
SQL
time.
exception, compile time, yeah, number exception, and how you can throw the custom exception using throw keyword, we throw custom exception. Yes, sir. And yeah,
So they have asked him what kind of exceptions you came across in your project. Okay, so keep a check on that, guys. Whenever you're encountering exception, remember, because while practicing also, you might get an exception. Fine? Like you did not use at the rate component annotation, and you're creating that class object using at the rate auto wire. Then that is going to give what? Basically an exception. Okay. Now, anything they ask class hierarchy in exception?
no,
Exception
sir.
class hierarchy? No.
No,
Custom
basically they have
exception?
to custom exception. They ask us how to throw custom exception. We throw the custom exception in the
Okay,
try and catch block, and how to handle
fine,
the exception. They will ask.
fine. Then anything on anonymous class? Any question?
Notes.
No.
No,
Inner classes, anonymous classes?
no, sir. I didn't counter that kind of
Okay.
question. Yeah,
Fail safe and fail fast. Any question on that?
yeah, sir. They will ask the fail fast and fail fast iterator. They have one
Okay.
concurrent modification exception and one doesn't throw concurrent modification.
Java 8 features. Did you get the questions on that?
Java 8 feature, yes, sir. Some interview they will ask, but they will only ask what are the feature, like default keyword, the optional classes, that kind of they will ask. But they will
So,
ask program more
good.
also maybe.
Okay. I think optional class nowadays I'm seeing in interviews they're asking more. Where did you use optional class in your project or Java 8 feature in your project? What Java 8 features did you use in your project? I think
Yes,
this question students are telling.
yes, sir.
Okay. Lombok, anything related to that in Spring Boot?
Yes, Spring Boot, basically they were asked the annotation. What annotation did you use in your, and basically they will ask the but basic difference like what is difference between the test controller.
Basic the annotations, whatever it is
Yes,
there,
sir.
we have to be.
Basic
Any
annotation.
project related questions, Pravesh, we should tell the students to focus.
Yes, a project related like in like new gen interview they will ask me uh, what type of error you get in your project, like error code we can say like inter server error, um, white label error, what kind of error that are and what they are assuming, that kind of error they will ask.
कोई स्टूडेंट पूछ रहा है प्रवेश, आप जॉब
Yes, sir.
लेने में इतना टाइम क्यों लगाया?
No, sir. Basically, I will uh, wait for the more interesting offer, and after the completing the course on 4th May, after 2 weeks, I got an offer from for LP for Connect to Digital, and then I will go to Newgen. Then I will decide which offer is better for me, and then I join Newgen. I joined
Okay,
Newgen on 8th of.
correct. So he was dealing things with patience. So he was playing like Rahul Dravid
Yeah. Yes.
with patience. So he waited, he cleared his interview, then step by step we started moving further.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, any advices you want to give Pravesh to your juniors?
Advice is like basically sir follow Pankaj sir notes and all the alumni question they will because I at that time I was doing this course. I regularly attend the all alumni meets and regularly note down out questions that all alumni give me. And yeah sir, basically and stick to the Pankaj sir that taught us. Yes, you didn't go through another book or another website for preparing, but stick to the notes.
Right. So we're very happy, when we interact with the place student, we get so many interview questions because they
Yes
are
sir.
out there attending interviews. The questions what they are getting when they come online and share with all of us, I think that's the best contribution what seniors are doing it to our academy, taking
Yes sir.
out time, joining us, okay, spending time and explaining with patience everything. Very happy to see that. So last question, Pravesh,
Yes
before
sir.
I end this call with you and call the next candidate.
Yes sir.
Uh, were you an online or offline attend?
Sir online activity.
Online.
Yes.
So any difficulties faced or you felt online is good?
There is no kind of difficulty, sir. And yeah, it's same as the offline classes because the way the Pankaj Academy app is built is very comfortable for learning, and I didn't feel that online or offline and kind of because we created a PSC group for 15 December and all the boys were interacting each other, so I didn't feel that this kind of problem.
Very happy to see that from Bangalore we are interacting with a guy who's in Kota. I never
Yes,
met him, right? During the class, and I think this is the first time I'm seeing him on camera.
yes, yes, sir.
Right. Okay. So that's it. Pravesh, bye bye. Take care and thank you so much. Okay. Joining us and God bless you, Pravesh.
Thank you,
All my best wishes are with you. Keep progressing.
thank you, sir.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Rahmat Ullah SK, the next candidate for the day. Let us invite Rahmat Ullah SK.
Yes, sir.
Very good afternoon, Rahmat.
Good afternoon, sir.
All right, so let's start with your introduction. What's your qualification, year of pass out, percentage? Uh, which all companies have you got placed in, highest, lowest package, and then let us uh, try to get all the interview questions from Rahmat Ullah.
Yes, sir. First of all, I'm very thankful for giving me this opportunity to attend this meeting, sir. So my name is Rehmatullah SK, and I'm from Davangere, Karnataka, and I've just completed my graduation in Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical stream, and my pass out year is 2021, and I've got 63 percentage in my engineering. So this is all related to my self introduction.
Right. So one confidence giving is he's from mechanical background, which means
Yes, sir.
no knowledge of coding when you started, I assume,
Yes, sir.
our academy.
Yes, sir.
So you did not had any doubt like this because many mechanical students they keep asking me, can I learn Java? Can I do coding? Can I get placed? So did you had the same questions initially?
Yes, sir. I have a lot of questions, sir. I just got nervousness, sir, in the beginning itself. So when I was just to join this Pankaj sir Academy, then I built with some confidence that I will do it easily because of your lecturing, sir.
Thank you so much. And Rahmatullah was here on a very short notice actually.
Yes, sir.
Right. I think just now they called the staff and immediately he joined actually. So happy
Yes,
to
sir.
see you here on my show.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Very short notice.
yes, sir.
So let's start with all interview questions. You please tell us what is important, what we should all focus on. Uh, let's listen from him now quickly.
Yes, sir. So I just got placed in only one company, sir. That is Globalogics, sir. So when I was just completed my this course, sir, and after I will take 15 days, sir, in order to preparation, sir. So after that, I just put a resume in Naukri portal, sir. So after that, I got placed, sir. So there are basically three rounds, sir. First one is your assessment round is there. So next one technical, and third round is your HR round, sir. They will ask,
Okay.
sir. They will ask all related to your Java features, sir, and Stream API, and your collection concept is very very important, sir. So they will focus on collection concepts like list, set, queue, and your map concept. So they will ask like difference between map and flat map, and your what are the purpose of optional classes, why they are using this, and where you have used your oops concept in your project, and your whatever is their abstraction oops, and your polymorphism where you have used actually, uh, like that, sir. They will not target on projects, sir. They will check out the basic things, sir. They will first check out the basic things. If your basics is clear, sir, then you can easily hatch.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what Rahmat is telling is your basics has to be very strong and you have to be
Yes,
clear with Java.
yes, sir.
If not clear with core Java, basics not good, you cannot move ahead further at all. He attended one interview, he
Yes,
cleared
sir.
and he joined. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the first company itself which he cleared is a good company because they give training
Yes, sir.
and we have a good feedback from a lot of PSS students who've joined there that it is a excellent company to work for.
Yes, sir. They will provide 3 months of training, sir. 3 months of
Oh,
training they will provide.
okay. 3 months of training they will be providing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm also pleased in Global Logic, sir, Swapnil. Wow. So that's nice, Swapnil, then. Right? So I'll see you soon on our show. Now let's start with advanced Java. Okay. Uh, now you have attended only one interview, so the number
Yes,
of
sir.
questions will be less with
Yes, sir. Very less, sir.
you, right?
Because
Because you attended one and cleared one. But
yes, sir.
anyways, tell us
After that,
about.
sir,
Uh, uh,
after the Global Logic, the Tech Mahindra, HCL, they used to call me, sir. But I just refused the call, sir, because I'm interested in this Global Logic. So that's why.
right.
Yes.
So please tell me, uh, because first interview people they feel bit nervous, and that's the reason many people fail.
Yes, sir.
So how come you were confident the very first interview? You are not scared?
Yes, sir. During the interview, sir, I'm not well, sir. I'm not feeling well. I'm just suffering from some fever, sir. So I just got to know this because I feel like, sir, I will do it, sir, easily because because whatever the core concept is there, sir, I'm just clear with that, sir. Basically, your collection concept, stream API, like that. They will use to like only your collection concept. Basic is very very important, sir. Here for the MNCs companies, they will target only the basic things, sir. They will not target to your project like that, sir.
Right. So, any advices to your juniors you want to give?
Yes, sir. So I advise like you have to just focus on your basic things, sir. You just concentrate on your collection concept and stream API, optional classes like that. And during the programming, sir, they will use to like they will told me with the help of your stream API, you can just solve this type of program. So during that, you have to use stream API, sir. So some programs there's a related to stream API. So you can just use and clear your interview.
All right. I hope today's interaction was confidence giving for all the students, because see, these interactions, the questions what we are getting it from them, if you are thorough with these questions, okay, I'm sure clearing interviews would become easier. Thank you so much, Rahmatullah. I appreciate,
Thank you, sir.
okay, that one of our student could not join due to some reason, and they just called you, my staff, and in short notice immediately joined us actually. So I really appreciate that, and thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you,
Right.
sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Bye bye. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.